I think compared to what has been happening in the past, the process of reform is faster. But we are a vibrant democracy, and here you can't force things to people. You have to carry people with you. So keeping that in mind, I think the government is doing as well as can be expected.
Talking about the GST, sir, how hopeful are you that this winter session will get the GST cleared and the GST will be implemented on its timeline?
See, all I can say is we would like GSTP to be implemented. I think some of the factors which have come in the way of GST being implemented are required to be overcome. I believe the government has resumed talks with the opposition parties on this matter, and I sincerely hope that everybody will see that having GST is in the national interest, and that national interest should be paramount in everybody's thinking. So I hope that happens and GST comes as planned.
Looking at the auto industry now, the numbers have started coming out well. The October was a very good month, in fact. Can we say that the on-ground movement has started happening and the worst is behind us when it comes to the auto sector?
Well, maybe the worst is behind us, but I don't think we are yet in a position to say that we are on a path of sustained high growth. To expect that the kind of numbers which came up in October and maybe will come up in November will sustain for December and January and February and March would be a little bit optimistic.
So what is your forecast, sir? What kind of growth are we expecting in the industry level as a whole going ahead?
I think the original estimates of around 6% growth are still what everybody believes will happen.
Lastly, talking about Maruti, sir, obviously we have had the Nexa, the Baleno has turned out really well. How have we seen the Nexa strategy roll out for Maruti?
I think the Nexa is doing very well. We are ramping up the new showroom openings quite fast. It's already reached 80. It'll be about 100 by December. We'll get up to 150 in March, and then we'll go further. And the number of models are coming up. The volumes in these models are fortunately good, so dealers will see that the Nexas showrooms will become viable on a standalone basis. Or even otherwise it's viable, the dealership is viable. But on a standalone basis, they'll become viable.
Lastly, we're talking about the scandal which hit the global arena when it comes to Volkswagen. What has happened? Do you think that the testing norms which we have had in the past, we need more stringent norms to catch these kind of things which have been happening?
Certainly the testing norms should be such as will deliver consistent, reliable results. They should not become norms which cast an undue burden on everybody.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.